Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Toby D, and you have now tuned in to my Christian audio podcast, Faith Football Fans. Yes, it is Victory Monday, Falcons fam. The Falcons got a win, and they got a win in style. And I'm just going to tell you right now, my first game ball is about to go to a position coach of this Atlanta Falcons squad, and his name is the tight ends coach, Mr. Wade Harmon. You got to give it up for how he has these tight ends playing right now, especially in this game against the Oakland Raiders. We straight abused them boys. Austin Hooper, the rookie, showed out, and this guy's just getting started. I know this game is going to really boost his confidence up going into week 3 when we play them New Orleans Saints on Monday Night Football. Yes, Monday Night Football, which we haven't had a lot of history playing against the New Orleans Saints on Monday night, but I do believe that this time is going to be a lot different, even though we are about to face these guys during the 10-year anniversary, I believe, of Hurricane Katrina. I don't think that is even going to phase them this time, though. You know why? Because this offense right now in 2 games has been executing at a very high level early, already looking like they are in playoff form. Matt Ryan clearly is showing that he is very comfortable in this offense, and it's also being let known that Kyle Shanahan looks like he is allowing Matt Ryan to show his veteran presence and be heavily involved in the game plan. So I'm very excited about that. As we found out already in the first 2 weeks, teams have been trying to take Julio Jones away. But little do they be knowing, Matt Ryan has other targets this year that he's hitting. He is no longer forcing it to Julio. What does this to defenses? Now they go into the second half of that game and defenses come out readjusting their game plan on Julio, and guess who reappears? Mr. Who himself, picking up yards again, getting touchdowns, which by the way is his second touchdown in 2 games. This guy clearly is on his way to double-digit touchdowns. Now, the last time Julio Jones got double-digit touchdowns, guess what happened? They went to the NFC Championship game. And speaking of that, the last time Matt Ryan has had the best year of his career and a QB rating like he has now, probably even better, starting out early than he did in 2012, the Falcons made it to the NFC Championship game. I'm just saying, all the makings of what we are and probably better is looking real good for the Atlanta Falcons. And I'm going to tell you right now, Taylor Gabriel looks like he was eating into just a little bit of Justin Hardy's snaps. But he's already coming in here serving a role on this team. Now, initially, he is listed as the 5th receiver, but it should be noted that he played the 3rd wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns when Kyle Shanahan was there. And how about this offensive line? They gave up 1 sack, which really was questionable because that should have been a roughing the passer on Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan was clearly hitting the head on that opposed sack that the Oakland Raiders, the only sack the Oakland Raiders got, because this offensive line pretty much kept Khalil Mack and Bruce Irvin quiet most of the whole day. And that within itself was something impressive. And you ran the ball wonderfully in this game. Devontae Freeman doing his thing, 17 carries for about 93 yards. Then you had Tevin Coleman. Man, let's talk about Tevin Coleman, man. This guy has truly been impressive in the first 2 games of the season. He's going to be serious to deal with later on down the stretch. And having these guys showing up when they are, it's going to really help out Matt Ryan and Julio Jones in a huge way. Defenses are going to have issues because the Falcons now have personnel groupings to where they can run the plays that they are good at. And just about every personnel grouping that they choose, whether it's 13 personnel, 12 personnel, 11 personnel, 22, 21, it doesn't even matter. But if these two tight ends, Jacob Tamme and Austin Hooper, who had a great day, continue doing what they're doing, ooh, boy, it is going to be crazy with Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu out there with those guys. I'm telling you, I can't wait to see how New Orleans is going to try to defend this time around. See, because usually New Orleans relies on us to mess up execution-wise. And in most cases, we have not disappointed, and we've helped New Orleans out. Like last year, for instance, when we went to New Orleans, our execution sucked. But I don't believe that will be the case this time around. Now, let me tell you something about Matt Ryan. We saw him throw that red zone interception while we're on the way, rushing down, driving down to take the lead, perhaps, when it was 13-14. And I know many of you, just like myself, was like, oh no, here we go again. But here's what was different about this. Two things that were different. The defense comes out and holds up, even though Matt Ryan threw that red zone interception. Now, usually last season, the defense was giving up a score after Matt Ryan did that. But just like Dan Quinn said, you can see the brotherhood and how these guys are really fighting for each other. They really wanted that win yesterday. The second thing you saw after the defense held up, Matt Ryan comes right back down, not letting that red zone interception phase him, scores, and then runs the 2-point conversion in for himself to make it 21-14. And of course, many of you know after that third, fourth quarter, it turned into a straight fireworks session because both teams were just scoring and scoring and scoring. But kudos to the defense for showing up when we needed them to show up to hold this game. And kudos to the offense for closing and finishing the game out with Mohamed Sanu making a crucial third down catch to help seal the deal for the Atlanta Falcons, not giving Oakland Raiders hardly any time to do anything with. They tried to throw the ball to this person and that person, but eventually that died. Game over. We're gone. It's just right now, you should be excited. Hey, the Bulldogs won, and the Falcons. When the last time we had that really going on? That's an excitement right there. And I was hyped all day today. I didn't hardly get much sleep. But hey, it is what it is. I can actually watch NFL Network, ESPN this week because my team won, and I don't have to hear a lot of junk talking. Now, of course, people are probably still going to say that New Orleans Saints going to win because they're 0-2. Yes, they're down at the bottom of the division by themselves this week because everybody else, well, except Tampa Bay, won. Carolina and the Falcons won. And so we're all 1-1, and it's all good. But that is all I got right now. I may have missed a lot of stuff, so I'm going to let you fill in. Please comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought and your highlights. Again, this is Toby D, Faith Football Fans. Peace. I'm gone.